The Quartermain mansion was quiet that morning, the kind of stillness that feels like it's holding its breath. Sunlight streamed through the windows, warming the polished floors, but beneath the calm surface, a storm was quietly gathering. In the kitchen, Brook Quartermain moved with the kind of focused energy that comes from knowing something crucial is about to happen. Her hand brushed the edge of the counter, her mind racing. A small metallic jingle on the tile caught her attention, a sound most would overlook. But she noticed it was Michael Corinthos's keychain lying innocently on the floor, yet carrying a weight that could ignite chaos in Genoa City. Upstairs, young Wiley Corinthos played quietly on the rug. His tiny hands stacked blocks into careful towers, his imagination busy with worlds of his own making. But his bright eyes kept flicking toward the kitchen doorway. Earlier, he had seen something that to him seemed ordinary, but in reality it was a moment of quiet significance. Harrison Chase had bent down, picked up Michael's keychain, inspected it with careful attention, and then returned it exactly where it had been. At the time, Wiley thought nothing of it. He didn't understand what he had seen, but children have a way of remembering things adults might dismiss, and that small silent observation was a seed that would soon grow into a force with the power to change everything. Chase had taken Michael's keychain for one reason, to see if Michael had a key to Drew Kane's house, trying to find evidence that could link him to the shooting. But the truth was far more tangled. Willow Kane had secretly slipped Drew's house key onto Michael's chain during a child custody mediation, a manipulative move to frame him. Willow's hunger for control over her children was unrelenting. She wanted far more than the 40% custody she had already won. Every action, every lie, every secret was a step toward her ultimate goal. Now the keychain sat on the floor, a silent witness. The PCPD had retrieved it and confirmed the shocking truth. There was indeed a key to Drew's house on Michael's keychain. The evidence was damning, and Michael's arrest seemed inevitable. Meanwhile, Wiley, small and perceptive, remembered exactly what he had seen. His mind churned with confusion, worry, and fear. He hadn't told anyone yet, but the weight of the secret pressed against him like a storm cloud ready to burst. Brook had always been more than a friend to Wiley. She had been a mother figure, a guide, a safe harbor in the complicated currents of the Quartermain mansion. She had a bond with him that ran deep, and now she faced the most impossible choice of her life: protect her husband Chase or help Wiley and Michael, even if it meant betrayal. Chase, for his part, had been walking a dangerous line. His mission to prove Michael guilty for Drew's shooting had consumed him, leaving him blind to the collateral damage his actions were causing. The police were already suspicious of him, watching for any signs of tampering. And though he hadn't planted Drew's house key, Willow had. The optics were devastating. One revelation could destroy his career and unravel the delicate threads holding his life together. Brook felt the weight of every decision pressing down on her. If Michael was arrested while Wiley witnessed it, the boy could run to someone he trusted with the secret of what he had seen. And if that someone was her, she would have to choose between loyalty, love, and moral responsibility, a choice that could change everything. The next morning, Brook made a decision. She would act, and she would do it with care. Wiley, clutching her hand, followed her as they stepped out into the crisp morning air. "We're going to do this together, okay, buddy?" she whispered, her voice steady. "You're not alone anymore." The PCPD station loomed ahead, stark and foreboding. Michael sat inside the interrogation room, his face a mask of tension and fatigue. Detective Nathan West watched him carefully, the keychain evidence casting a long shadow over the entire case. Chase paced in the hallway, his worry and obsession evident in every step. His professional reputation, his marriage, and his moral compass were all at risk, and the room seemed to close in on him with every passing moment. Brook entered the station, Wiley at her side. The officers glanced at them curiously. "Brook Quartermain," one asked. "Here to see Michael Corinthos?" Yes, she said firmly, lifting Wiley so he could see over the counter. We need to talk to him and Detective West. There's something only I can explain. Inside the room, Michael's eyes lit up with relief and anxiety. Brooklyn, what's going on? Before she could answer, Wiley spoke, his voice small but clear. I saw Chase with Michael's key on the floor. Brooklyn knelt to meet his gaze. I know, sweetie. Thank you for telling me. Then she turned to Michael, taking a deep breath. It's complicated, but you need to know the truth, and I'm here to help you through it. Detective West leaned forward, skeptical but intrigued. Brooklyn carefully explained Wiley's observation, Chase's handling of the keychain, and Willow's manipulation. The room fell into tense silence as all eyes turned toward Chase. Brooklyn, Chase began, voice low and strained, you shouldn't have said anything. This could ruin everything. I had to, she said firmly, standing tall. This isn't about ruin. It's about truth, about protecting Michael, Wiley, and even you from the consequences of the secrets and lies spiraling out of control. The weight of her words was heavy, but it cleared a path. Michael exhaled with relief, gratitude shining in his eyes. Thank you for believing me, for standing up for me, even when things seemed impossible. Wiley, watching the adults around him, felt a flicker of courage. I told Brooklyn because she's nice and she helps me. Detective West nodded slowly. Chase, this changes things. We'll investigate thoroughly. Thank you for your honesty. It's time to sort out the truth properly. A fragile calm settled over the room. Michael's shoulders relaxed slightly. Chase exhaled shakily and Brooklyn held Wiley close. The storm had not fully passed, but for now, honesty and courage had triumphed over fear and deceit. Brooklyn's eyes met Chase's in a moment of quiet acknowledgement. We'll get through this, she said softly, but we do it together. No more secrets. Outside, the sun climbed higher, illuminating Genoa City in gold light. The day had begun with tension and fear, but now, for Brooklyn, Michael, Chase, and little Wiley, there was hope. A reminder that even in the darkest storms, truth, love, and moral courage could guide them forward. Because in Genoa City, storms may come and go, but the bonds of family, loyalty, and love endure. And as the camera pans over the skyline, one thing is clear, no secret is ever truly hidden and no lie can withstand the power of a brave heart willing to do what's right. One's friend's keychain to see if he had a key to his nemesis's home. Of course, Willow Kane was the one to slip that key onto Michael's keychain during their child custody mediation as a way to frame him for Drew's shooting. Having the kids 40% of the time is a step in the right direction, but power-hungry Willow wants so much more. Back to Chase as he found Michael's keychain on the Quartermain kitchen floor. After he tested the theory that Michael had Drew's home key, he slipped the item exactly where he originally discovered it. Still, not before Wiley got a bird's-eye view of what Chase was doing. Wiley is just a kid, so at the time, he thought nothing of it and hasn't told anyone what he's seen since, but once some drama hits the fan, the child may confide in someone close to him. As the PCPD now has Michael's keychain and has confirmed there was a key to Drew's house on it, the proverbial poop will hit the fan. Michael is sure to get arrested, and if Wiley is in the house when this happens, this could leave the little boy reeling. Brooklyn has always acted as a mother figure in the Quartermain mansion if one of the kids is struggling, and she's always been very close to Wiley. If Wiley sees his father being dragged away and the keychain as evidence is mentioned, this could trigger him to run to someone he trusts to tell them what he saw. Will he go to Brooklyn? Then again, maybe Wiley doesn't see his father being taken away and simply mentions it to her if a similar topic comes up. If Michael is at the station, Brooklyn could be the one to watch over Wiley in his absence. This would place Brooklyn in a very sticky situation. She doesn't want Michael to go to prison, but if she comes forward, she'll betray her husband. Not to mention the fact that Chase would lose his job at the PCPD and have zero chances of becoming a detective again. After all, it was Chase who planted the seed to check Michael's keychain to the officer in charge of Drew's shooting, Nathan West. While Chase didn't plant Drew's house key on Michael's chain, Willow did. It'll look very suspicious once the truth comes out.